Marriage is traditionally defined as a social institution uniting men and women in special forms of mutual dependence, usually for the purpose of founding and maintaining families. Different cultures have many different customs that vary in marriages, but one thing that is a big controversy is same-sex marriage. Ever since ancient times, marriage has always been just between a man and a woman. So why would people want to change something that has been around for far so long? During the biblical times, God made Adam and Eve to be the first man and first woman united together, not two men and not two women. Therefore, marriage should only be between one man and one woman. Whenever one violates the natural moral order established by God, one sins and offends God. Same-sex marriage does just this. Accordingly, anyone who professes to love God must be opposed to it. Marriage is meant for a man and a woman to settle down together and have a family of their own. Genesis also tells us how God punished Sodom and Gomorrah for the sin of homosexuality. In Mark 10, 6-7, our Savior Jesus Christ tells us, "From the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. For this cause a man shall leave his father and mother and shall cleave to his wife." Allowing gay couples to wed could further weaken the institution of marriage. Traditional marriage is already threatened with high divorce rates, between 40% and 50%, and 40.7% of babies were born to unmarried mothers in 2012. Former U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Rick Santorum stated, "Legalization of gay marriage would further undermine an institution that is essential to the well-being of children and our society." Do we need to confuse future generations of Americans even more about the role and importance of an institution that is so critical to the stability of our country? Ryan Anderson and William Simon, fellow in Religion and Free Society at the Heritage Foundation, said, "In recent decades, marriage has been weakened by a revisionist view that is more about adults' desires than children's." Redefining marriage to include same-sex marriage relationships is the culmination of this revisionism, and it would leave emotional intensity as the only thing that sets marriage apart from other bonds. It is in the child's best interest that he/she is raised under the influence of his natural father and his natural mother. This rule is confirmed by the evident difficulties faced by many children who are orphans or are raised by a single parent, a relative, or a foster parent. The unfortunate situation of these children will be the norm for all the children of the same-sex marriage. A child of same-sex marriage will always be deprived, or either his mother or his father. One party who has no blood relationship with him or her will necessarily raise him. He or she will always be deprived of either his mother or a father role model. Same-sex marriage ignores the child's best interest. Also, the way people think about homosexuality is a big influence on society. Just a few days ago, in a town not far from mine, a gay person was beat up in Walmart parking lot. There has been a big outbreak in the communities all around about what had really happened, but no one will really know the truth but the two guys involved. By legalizing same-sex marriage, the state becomes its official and active promoter. According to a poll in 1996, 27% of Americans supporting gay marriage, but in 2012 it had raised drastically to 49%. However, there is still that 40% that doesn't agree with the legalization and can cause many problems to occur in our society. In every situation where marriage affects society, the state will expect Christians and all people of good will betray their consciences by condoning through silence or act an attack on the natural order and Christian morality. Why would you want to change something that has been around since ancient times? A big part in our society considers homosexuality to be a sin. Same-sex marriage wasn't allowed in biblical times. It weakens the institution of marriage. It's not in the best interest of children and has a major impact on our society. And in conclusion to all the facts stated above, how do you feel about same-sex marriage happening in our communities?